Well, hello, second and third graders. How are you doing today? I'm trusting you're doing really well. And I know this week you're gearing up for the whole remote week, so I hope you look forward to seeing me every day and just learn. We'll just continue to work and learn together. So we have been doing that for the past couple weeks, right? So the first week we talked about being respectful and how be respectful is kind of the cornerstone of any kind of good relationship to be a better citizen, to be a better student, to be a better friend. All is built on respect. And what is respect? What is respect? Well, respect is seeing how someone wants to be treated and treating them that way. And then you can kind of think to yourself, is that a way that I want to be treated? And if it is the way you want to be treated, most likely that is a very respectful kind of thing. Then last week we talked a little bit about staying focused, making sure you stay looking right here in the pie as the person is talking, staying focused, using those attentive scopes, saying, okay, I'm having a hard time listening and doing what I'm supposed to, so I'm putting those attentive scopes on. And by second and third grade, you might not actually put them on, but more of just where those are and where you need to be looking. Okay? So we talked a lot about that last week and staying focused and the importance of it and how it will help you be a better student and a better friend, just making sure you're staying focused and not taking your mind off and doing other silly things instead of staying focused on what you're doing. This week, we're talking about another skill that I think is super important. Again, it's a skill that you could use as an adult, and adults have to learn this skill because if they don't, they have some problems. Because, you know, we have to be our biggest cheerleader and advocate. Even if it seems silly to say, you can do this, that's what we have to say. We're going to talk about self-talk this week. You see, sometimes, we have to pat ourselves on the back and saying, hey, Mrs. Horn, you did a great job on that test. I am so proud of you. You got 100. You studied really hard and you did what you needed to do and you did good. And then I can be excited because you see, we can't always rely on somebody else to tell us what a good job we are doing. We have to kind of help ourselves along. We're going to talk about that this week. But before we get into self-talk, we just talked about a couple things that we talked about in the past. We've talked about respect, and then we talked about staying focused. And today we're going to. I want to go ahead and start with that song, the learner song. Let's get started and do some learning. Oh.
Be respectful, be skillful, be a learner. You come to school to learn.
Remember, Mrs. Horn is not as skilled at some of this as your teachers are. And so I'm going to try that one more time because I think we enjoy the video much more than just the song. I appreciate your patience, but here we go. We're going to try it one more time. Maybe. It's taking its sweet time. Come on, my friend. Let's get it going. Here we go. We're getting closer. Are you ready to be a good learner? Showing the respect? Come on. Staying focused. Here we go.
Be a learner. Be respectful, be skillful, be a learner. You come to school to learn, but there's lots of things to see and do, so make the most of it. The power is inside of you. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. The lesson is starting up. Your eyes and ears are focused in. When someone starts to talk, show your respect by listening. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Yeah, yeah. Be skillful. Yeah, yeah. Be a learner. Yeah, 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 yeah. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think you got it. Keep saying stay on task. Ignore distractions, that's the key. And when you need some help, be sure to ask assertively. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. And brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Yeah, yeah. Be skillful. Yeah, yeah. Be a learner. Yeah, 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 yeah. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy that song because you know that song is talking about everything we're talking about. Because I know, Mrs. Horn knows that you can be a great learner today and in the future because you are learning all these great skills, being respectful, staying focused, and now we're going to learn about self-talk. How cool is that? Well, Mrs. Horn is going to go ahead and we're going to look at these new friends of ours. We're going to tell you a bit of a story about them and see what you think. You see, this is my friend Tiana. Tiana, she absolutely loves science. It is her favorite class. And Tiana is having a really hard time getting her science project done today. Um, she is sitting by a gentleman who is not helping her stay in focus. Can you tell what he's doing? He is just plain talking to her. And do you see what the friends in the background are doing? Well, yes, they are talking, they're being loud, and Tiana is unable to stay focused. She's getting very frustrated. Would you be getting frustrated at this point if you're trying to work? I think you would be because no one likes to be distracted when they're trying their best and trying to staying working, right? So her attention is being distracted. She's not able to get her stuff done. And you may have had that happen before too. Like, what can you do? Think about how you can ignore the distractions and stay focused around you. What kind of things can you do? Well, I hope you're thinking, well, in my mind, I can start saying things to myself like ignore them or, what can I do next? Ignore the noise and concentrate on what's going to happen next. Sometimes you just might have to take a deep breath and calm yourself down, and that would be okay as well. Um, let's see. You know, when we have noise going on in the background and we're still trying to stay focused, it can be very difficult. But if you can start figuring out ways to block that noise out and focus on what you are working on, the earlier in life you can do that, the more successful as a student you can be. Because let's face it, times in our classroom can get very hectic and chaotic, but trying to stay focused and doing the right thing, that is a skill that you can start learning as early as second and third grade. And again, that's just telling yourself what you need to do. You know, maybe you need to tell yourself to go to take a walk. Of course, if you go for a walk outside the classroom, you're going to need to get permission from your teacher. But maybe you need to tell yourself, block out the noise and stay focused on the next thing. You're telling yourself, you don't have an adult or someone else telling you, you're telling you. And maybe you need to say in a quiet voice to the person next to you, I'm working, I need you to leave me alone. It kind of sounds mean, but really, it's not because you're getting your education the way that you need to. So, and if someone gives you grief and feels like, you know what, I don't need to listen to them, then you can say, Mrs. Horn says, that's what we need to do. You need to leave me alone so I can get my work done. But in all seriousness, if they haven't seen these videos, they won't understand that. But you can go to your teacher and say, Mr. or Mrs. whoever you are, I'm struggling staying focused and getting my work done because of the noise around me. And they know then that you're trying your best and they might have a better solution for you. Okay? But your job is just to keep telling yourself that. And I think to myself, what if someone's saying mean things to me that I don't like and they keep saying it? That's another good time to do self talk. That's another good time to say, okay, Mrs. Horn, that's not true. This is the way it is. And it's okay. You need to tell yourself that. Remember at the beginning of the video, I said, you need to be your cheerleader. You need to be your advocate. Advocate's kind of the person that defends you and stands up for who you are. So you're just kind of standing up to those voices when people are saying things that are not appropriate. And it's okay to say those kind of things, okay? But you need to say encouraging things to yourself. Now, have you ever said to yourself, oh, you're just so dumb or stupid? Why do you think that way? Why can't you be like other people? That's negative self talk. That's not the self talk we're talking about. No, because right now it's important for you to encourage yourself along the way, not say rude and mean things about yourself. You are your cheerleader. Does that mean you have to be boastful and bragging on yourself? No, that's different. Different. Self talk is in your brain that you don't share out. And it's okay to be, to encourage yourself, okay? Because you need to be able to say, good things about yourself, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. And we'll talk and we'll practice more throughout the week. So today's assignment, I'm going to put some scenarios on the slides, and then you guys will just use the mic or type them out how you think you can answer them. And it has to do a lot with self-talk, what you're going to be saying in your head, okay? And again, you're the cheerleader. You need to think and encourage yourself, okay? You need to tell yourself what to do, okay? You're not really in trouble, but you have to tell yourself what to do. You kind of are that person in your head that you're developing to do the right thing. So self-talk is a good thing, okay? And we're going to practice it this week. So enjoy the scenarios, and I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Goodbye.